Hi, Senator Kit Maher, CNN. I wanted to ask, in the wake... Thank you.
Now, Kit, I honestly, she's going to hate me saying this. Kit's one of the good ones, but she won't be able to go back to CNN after I just said that. So take it or leave it, Kit. Ask your question, please.
Thanks, Senator, for taking my question. I appreciate it. In the wake of the Georgia school shooting yesterday, I wanted to ask you, what specific policies do you support to end school shootings like this? And if you allow it, a second one, specifically on the debate. Has Trump consulted you for any advice? Have you participated in the policy discussions that he has held with Tulsi Gabbard? And what advice have you offered him?
Yeah, so just on the debate, I mean, look, the president and I talk every day, and, you know, we're constantly talking about what are we seeing out there, what are people that we're talking to saying to us, because we do, unlike the Kamala Harris campaign, get out there and talk to people. We don't just stand in front of a teleprompter and try to talk at them. We often let them say things too. And so we're constantly trading ideas and trading, you know, war stories from the campaign trail about what we're hearing and what we're seeing. But no, you know, we're not going to have some formal debate prep session because Donald Trump doesn't need it. Donald Trump actually knows what he believes, and he knows his record, and that's all he really has to talk about. So whether it's with Tulsi or with RFK or with Nikki Haley or with anybody else, I think the president will keep on doing what he does, which is talk to people, hear what they're seeing, actually go out there and try to understand what they're seeing on the campaign trail and just try to incorporate that into a message that works for the American people. That's what he's done. That's what he'll continue to do. Now, on the first question, look, first of all, what happened in Georgia is just an awful tragedy. And I know we've got a lot of parents and a lot of grandparents in this room. I mean, I cannot imagine, you know, little kids so excited to go back to school. God love them. And they're at their first week back from the summer, and an absolute barbarian decides to open fire and take their lives and also a couple teachers. We got to think about these people. If you're the praying type, and I know I am, we got to hold them up in prayer. We got to be hoping for the best for this incredible community, because no parent should have to deal with this. No child should have to deal with this. And yes, after holding these folks up in prayer and giving them our sympathies, because that's what people deserve in a time of tragedy, then we have to think about how to make this less common. Now look, the Kamala Harris answer to this is to take law-abiding American citizens' guns away from them. That is what Kamala Harris wants to do. But we have to ask ourselves, we actually have been able to run an experiment on this, because you've got some states with very strict gun laws, and you've got some states that don't have strict gun laws at all. And the states with strict gun laws, they have a lot of school shootings. And the states without strict gun laws, some of them have school shootings too. So clearly, strict gun laws is not the thing that is going to solve this problem. What is going to solve this problem, and I really do believe this, is, look, I don't like this. I don't like to admit this. I don't like that this is a fact of life. But if you are a psycho and you want to make headlines, you realize that our schools are soft targets. And we have got to bolster security at our schools so that a person who walks through the front door We've got to bolster security so that if a psycho wants to walk through the front door and kill a bunch of children, they're not able to. And again, as a parent, do I want my kids' school to have additional security? No, of course I don't. I don't want my kids to go to school in a place where they feel like you've got to have additional security, but that is increasingly the reality that we live in. And a bunch of my colleagues in the Senate, we actually worked on legislation that would give schools more resources to bolster their security, because if these psychos are going to have to go after our kids, we've got to be prepared for it. We don't have to like the reality that we live in, but it is the reality that we live in, and we've got to deal with it. Next question.
Hi, Senator Vance. Thank you for coming back to Arizona. My name is Christy Kelly, and I'm with the Arizona Sun-Times. We are your conservative newspaper, just about it here.
Thank you.